I just feel like we have so many comedians selling each other out and just just joining this mob. And I just feel like comedians have to be able to fail and say provocative shit and just go for it and not be like blackball. I just don't get this world of like blackballing comics because you didn't like a joke. And I think we let the meek pick the rules. I feel like political correctness is like letting the fat kid who gets picked last in kickball make the rules of the playground. It makes no sense to me. If you don't like the joke, wait, leave, do whatever you want. But dude, stop telling people what they can. Yeah. Especially comics who are like, oh, dude, that's just, you shouldn't say that. Why would you ever want to limit yourself? Why? I don't get it.
No, it's ridiculous.
No, I know. And it is heartbreaking when it's comedians that are
policing.
Like, what are you doing?
It's these beta cucks, dude.
I love it. The beta males.
The beta cucks. What they're trying to do is outrage themselves to their dreams. That's really what they're trying to do. They're trying to get rid of everybody that they're threatened by so they can just walk right into their dreams. They don't realize that everybody's got dreams.
Yeah.
And you want to make your dreams, you got to take someone else's dreams. And it's not going to be easy like that.
Those are some wise words from Sam Tripoli right there. It's very true. A lot of people are... they rail against people they feel threatened by.
Absolutely.
In this business, for sure.
The powerful, the winners. Yeah, they want to drag down.
My friend just got in trouble for this fucking tweet, and it's just like, it's like he said that like single white males are the new N-word. It's a bad joke. It's not a good joke. But he's got blackballed from this club, and guess who's yelling at him? White beta cucks. That's who's yelling at him. It's not black guys or black women going crazy. Beta cucks.
That's the next shirt, Tom.
Beta cucks?
I love beta cuck. That's great.
Yeah.
That's got to be your next shirt, Sammy. You should.
Beta cuck. I'm going to go. I mean, just go. I'm so tired of it. Of these meek. And then you got, all these male feminists who in Hollywood we find out are all the ones doing all the raping.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
It's not the knuckle draggers.
Yeah.
No.
It's not the Saddle Ranch bartenders that are doing all this shit.
That's right. It's the ones with the big mouthpiece that they're so fucking... Look at Cosby telling everybody how to live.
What a scumbag.
How to be a dad. He's the most evil of the fucking all of them.
Yeah, I know.
Matt Lauer, that fucking homo too. I mean, come on.
And he's like, Matt Lauer's looking to make a comeback. Comeback from a fucking, basically a rape button? He had a rape button in his...
Nobody wants comebacks from any of those guys.
No.
Nobody.
Gives a... Who wants it?
And
Seacrest, too. That fucking ass kisser.
Well, he didn't get checked at all.
No.
None. No. You know why? Because the Me Too movement ended up taking out their own people. Do you know what I'm saying? They thought it was going to lead to taking out all these politicians, and it just ended up taking out everybody at the Golden Globes.
Yeah.
They're like, whoa. Then it just started ruining brands. So they're like, okay, we got it. It just stopped. What? Nobody's getting harassed anymore?
No.
I think, by the way, that tweet though that Josh sent was really just. It was just. I think he was trying to make a point that he didn't word correctly at all.
Right.
And that's really. I mean, that's just why people flipped out.
But we gotta be able to,
you gotta be able to
fail and and it's just like this notion that he's trying to bring back Alabama in the 1950s, and it's just ridiculous, and it's just white people going crazy on other white people.
Remember that woman that sent a tweet as she was flying to Africa? She was like, "Flying to Africa, I hope I don't get AIDS, LOL." And by the time she landed, she had been fired from her job. Twitter had blown her up, and she her life was ruined in a matter of hours from a dumb joke that she kind of thought it's off color, it's not great. It's just a thought. Twitter's supposed to be throwaway, and her life is ruined.
It doesn't work like that anymore.
No, it's like cement. Oof.
Yeah, now it's like you that's the other thing about things written that stay there, because you can read it over and you can read it over
they found tweets from him from 2008.
Yeah? From who? For who?
For Josh Denny. They went back to 2008. Here's the thing, man. Entertainers, they're crazy people. And they like crazy weird shit. And if you make it so we can't be crazy and weird, you're just going to get liars.
Yeah.
And the whole point of comedy is to be as honest as you can on stage.
Well, when you pull up old tweets from any comic, you're going to find a wasteland, because that's how jokes are written. You write the thing. Normally it's not publicly. And then, if you go through most comedians' joke books, you'd be like, oh, my God.
Yeah.
Right? Because
it takes time to work it out.
You take swings and you're like, I missed the mark on this. This is horribly offensive. Because really, great jokes are usually like on the line. It's like you find the line and you dance around the line. If you don't get to do that, you know, then you just never write. What ends up happening is you go over the line a lot when you're trying to figure something out, right? And then you go, that's too much, so people don't laugh, and you have to pull back. But you have to be able to try to figure out the line.
You have to be able to fail. And like, you can't tell me to celebrate our diversity and then tell me I can't comment on it. You know what I'm saying? It's like Dave Chappelle is one of the funniest dudes ever. The first 30 minutes or like the first 50 minutes of one of his special on Netflix, all rape jokes.
Yeah.
But where's the outrage on that? And I love Dave Chappelle. And I don't
he got it.
He got it.
Yeah, but it wasn't like the fucking murder you've seen people go after. And then that whole thing with the Donald Glover video where he's like shooting people, and like white people were love telling everybody what that video was about. But 2 weeks later, that Jay Feely takes a picture of his daughter going to the prom with a gun and everybody loses their skull. And it's just like, what are you doing, man? You make it really hard for when real shit hits the fan to anybody to give a shit.
Well, what part of what's going on is that everybody has a voice now. That's what social media has allowed. It's given everybody a platform. So it makes people feel powerful. They get to express that rage. And when a lot of them get together, you know,
it seems like a movement.
Yeah.
But it only matters if they can affect the money behind whatever's happening.
That's true.
So if they can rally your employer, the General Electric, whatever is sponsoring this thing or that, then it matters. It doesn't fucking matter unless it's going to affect the revenue stream tied to it. It's always money.
Yeah, I don't like when anybody from I'm saying any side of the aisle, any ideology gets their ability to work destroyed from their jokes, or you know what I mean? Like when somebody makes a joke and then people are like start attacking.
Yeah, their ability to make it's like, what is the point of that?
Yeah, I think that's
it's misplaced anger.
And it's just like insanity. What you're trying to do is make the bad man go away, and that's not life. That's just not life.
Yeah.
Well, I would argue that that's the problem with the MeToo movement, is that the bad men just don't go away, sweeties. It doesn't just go away. So we need to have a discussion about the gray areas, not just the black and the white. You can't just shun, right? What we're going to do, throw them in a fire pit and blow up all the rapists and the pedophiles? They're still going to fucking exist. So what do we do now?
Yeah.
There is something about Hollywood that is no different than Washington D.C. and Wall Street. And you know, if you're lucky to make it through a medium like you guys were able to create this amazing medium of this podcast, which took you to these certain levels that you didn't necessarily have to go through that. You know, auditioning, all this shit. To get through that almost takes a psychopath level of dedication. Of craziness.
Yeah.
So when you get there, you are a psychopath.
Yeah.
It is no different than Wolf of Wall Street shit.
True.
Like the people you meet at the height, they're just crazy people.
It's sheer force of will. I mean, of course.
So then they get there, and of course they're going to want to scorch the earth.
Yeah.
No.
Right? And a lot of these guys like couldn't get laid in high school. So everything they learned about women, they learned by watching Japanese anime porn, right? So they think girls like octopus tentacles all in fucking places. And it's just like, no wonder they're psychopaths.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the next topic.
Okay.